Welcome guys. So, hi. This is a video I've been trying to do for a while, and this cat isn't the little cat that keeps hanging around. This is actually an older one that's decided to come and say hi. We actually do have two black cats. This is Smudge, and she decided to come and Cuddles. So this video, you'll actually probably see 3 different outfit changes throughout the video because we have had fun trying to film it. We've actually had 3 filmings of the actual video itself. There's an art wall behind me with 2 different fairy drawings on it. They were both failed videos. But this one, hopefully you'll get to see the filming process. So, the whole idea is I pick a picture out of a kid's colouring book. I picked this lovely fairy colouring book. It's a challenge set forth by ADC Art Attack. He is a really cool YouTuber and does some really great marker artwork, which is the style of artwork I love to do. I'm nowhere near on his level. He's a professional artist with 10 years experience in marker art, but, and I'll ask you, may all know or don't know, I'm self-taught, but the good thing about what he does is he encourages us all, whether we're professional or self-taught, to give it all a go. So this challenge was laid out, and this is me giving it a go. So I'll see you on the flip side, and hopefully this time, third time lucky, will work. So, anyway guys, as I was saying earlier, this is the doomed recording. We have done this twice already. 2 fairies. Michael's saying this is the number 3, this is recording 3. Right, I am getting told we did one part way through and restarted. We didn't, because I have only got 2 cut out fairies, the 3rd one to do. This is the 3rd recording, 2 fairies are on my wall. And it is 3rd time lucky. The one we did restart and go back, but it was only like 10 minutes in. So this is 3rd time lucky because it didn't really get anywhere. This is, yeah, 3rd time lucky. The other recordings, one got nearly all the way, but we missed the last hour. The other is somewhere. You may get to see it in the future. We don't know where it is on Michael's computer, but it's somewhere. This one. So, we're going to pick a fairy. We're going to say thank you to ADC Art Attack, who started this whole idea of using colouring books. And I will eventually get to show you my second idea, which is linked in with the project that's going on over on my Instagram at the moment, which is doing disabled heroes, villains, people from the fantasy realms, and promoting that it's okay pretty much to have disabilities, mental health concerns. And I've got a really cool cyborg picture to do based within that I want to share with you and colour in. But I really want to do my fairy first because I love fairies. I collect fairies. So we're going to get a fairy one on the channel. It's going to happen, I'm determined. So this fairy colouring book is really cute. It's for kids. This is the point of the entire idea. Is artists colouring in kids' colouring books. It's meant to be professional artists. I'm technically not professional. I think professional means you've sold some of your work. I have. I think what's been thrown at me because I'm meant to say I am because I have sold bits. But I'm self-taught, so it depends if you count self-taught as professional. So, which one shall we pick today? This one I cut out the other day because it was one I was considering, so I'm going to keep her aside. She's really quite cute, actually. I didn't look at her before. She could be quite fun to do.
really? Oh, my husband's mine. Oh, God, no. See, loads of these really thick, chunky lines, I can lighten them off as we go. Chilling out on a mood. Yeah, these thick lines, they can easily be lightened, so that's not to worry. I think I might go with that one. So, I had a knife next to me all this time from doing the rest of these videos. A little pendant blade. And guess what, today it's not going to be here. Because that would be the perfect convenience. No, I'm not comfortable with that one. I'm not comfortable with that one. I've got mine. I'm very uncomfortable with any form of knives. Even this make me uncomfortable. That's just me being me. And my husband's trying to pass me one that I'm very uncomfortable with. That's just, yeah. Probably my Asperger's coming up and biting me. Because there was nothing wrong with what he was passing me. There we go. But he does loads of he likes working with wood and doing DIY, so there we go. We're gonna go with her. So we need to, first of all, we need to transfer this image across. Now she actually doesn't have her eyes darkened out. Every single fairy I've done across so far had the entire iris darkened. So I've had to make sure that I didn't do so because I wanted to add colour to their eyes. I think it actually looks a lot nicer when you can actually add some nice bright colours within their eyes. Let's go and stick this. I've got some multimedia paper, which means the ink shouldn't bleed too much on this paper, which they haven't done. And I'm using frog tape, which is really nice and light on the paper. Now I need to first time I use this, you got to laugh at me trying to figure out what to do with this. Which way around to put it, how to not transfer too much of it. But guess what? 3 videos in, I figured out what to do. But for those of you that have never worked with this kind of transfer or carbon paper before, shiny side down. And sticking it down too helps. See, I've got an air conditioner next to me as well, so it's really important. If you can see it'll just blow it right across and off my table. That's because England has decided to have a lovely heat wave. We haven't got traditional British, what the world knows as traditional British weather at the moment. No, I haven't had that for quite a long time now. And I am not built for heat at all. So if you can hear the little fan going, that's why. And it's not going to go off because I do not do heat at all. And I will turn into a puddle. So, yeah, we've got the shiny side down of this carbon paper, and you could have laughed at me, and it was actually quite comical of me trying to figure out what to do. But we've got it down now, so that's how we're going to deal with that. And then we put this on top. And there was a few ways in which we can go around this image to deal with it, to make sure we get a good copy underneath. One was to use an old ballpoint pen. One was to use like dotting tools. They gave me some with the actual pack I got of this, or like an old chopstick, an old end, and that would actually save your image. Especially if you've got using your kids' colouring books. It's like if I was using my son's colouring books and I didn't want to destroy it, you could go around with the dotting tool. It would transfer the image and not destroy the picture. My son's not too into colouring books anyway, and if he wants an image to colour in, he'll get me to draw the outline for it anyway. But there is always that as an option. Or you can simply go for general pen. Now I am going to go for the majority of it using a white signo, because you can see exactly what I've gone round and what I've marked off as I go, as the lines will disappear. Now this isn't going to be as fine as I need in a couple of points, so when I do have that occur, I have got a finer biro that I will be using, or a finer point pencil that I'll use, which is just a mechanical pencil just to get the finer points. So I'm just going to get to the drawing, give you some music to listen to, and get back to you after that bit's done. Alright, so let's go. Right guys, so I'm just going to see how this turned out. I've gone over it in different textures. I think we've put it like, yeah, I had a couple of reviews with the level in which I went over the eyes, so I might need a bit of extra pressure there. That's fine, we can do that. Didn't seem to like the pressure I was putting on with my pencil for some reason. So obviously I needed to put a little bit more on. Let's have a look. I'm just doing that now. Underline those. Have a look everywhere else. I'm done with the pencil. She's looking good. So I've got the basic lines around here, which are really important to make sure I've got what I wanted. You can see I haven't done the stars on the wings there, because I prefer to do the wings quite basic as they come, and the rest of her, I'm just going to make sure those lines have showed up for her hair, and I'm going to start peeling the rest of that off now so we can start working with our main sketch over the top. And if you've got any marks like this, rubbers will take it, the core bits off, which is really good to know. So always have your trusty eraser ready to go. It's carbon, so it can be erased. Anyway, I'm going to go over now with my main black, sorry about knocking that there, with my black signo, and get all these lines put on nice and bright and vibrant, just so it's a lot easier when I start using my fine liners. So I'm going to let you go back to the music while I do so, and then I'll come back to you when I start using the markers. So see you guys in a bit. Right guys, so as you can see, I've inked it on now, and now we have what looks a lot more like a professionally inked drawing, just simply by changing where it was, removing a couple of the lines and adding a couple. I've added a couple of lines within the flower, I added a couple within the hair, and then it just changes the body of work a little bit, but not too much away from the original. Now, I'm going to be working generally with promarkers because they're a lot more within my financial budget. I have a couple of copics, but I am very limited. These are all I have. So generally, it's markers that are promarkers that are going to be my core base. I am going to be working basically by saying my light source is going to be coming from here, and then be working with highlights and light and dark as I was doing an impressionist piece, and going from there. So I'm going to be I'll give you a couple of hints and tips on how to blend in another video, because markers are still relatively new to me. So this is just going to be fun for you to watch as it comes to life. And yeah, have fun, enjoy, and hopefully you can pick a few tips up along the way just by watching the process. Alright, see you later guys. Right guys, just popping in for a quick chat because the Doomed Project decided to be the Doomed Project, as I mentioned in the intro, and as you can see, new set of clothes, and we had the blender pen, it died, and made a lovely blue line there, and yeah, so we'll be fixing that. I am continuing to finish the fairy off, but it is 3 days later, and yeah, so I'm going to go back to drawing the fairy and colouring it in, just across everything. If you're watching this, obviously it works, but that's why the screen went and changed and things may have looked a bit different, and wish me luck guys. Right guys, I'm just going to go with the white pen now. It's not as perfect as it always would be. My hands are actually really shaky today, but it is still looking okay, still looking good. Got the shadows in the right places, but yeah, hands a bit shaky. It's hot in here, and it's just one of those things that happens when you're living with disability. Sometimes the art has little bits, so it's in a bit more of a rough style, which sometimes can give a bit of texture to the art anyway. She's looking kind of cool though. I've gone for she was on a flower, I've gone for on a sunflower. She's got a bit of a flower fairy style vibe to her. Hopefully this one's come out well, because I haven't been checking the filming, which is really daft of me. Let's look. Yeah, she's still going. With this being the Doom project, but we're still going. So let's go with the white pen, and then I'll get back to you in a minute. Okay guys, so I've got the white lines on for you. As you see, it really does enhance using that. I used my white Signo pen, which I use for pretty much all this style of work. As I said, I've done this in a bit of a rougher style than I usually do this style work. Haven't done as much blending because of my hands, but it still really does enhance. Pop over to see what ADC Art Attack does, by the way, with this style of work. He does some phenomenal work, especially if you like superheroes, which I do, which is how I found his work, because, well, geek stuff. Yeah, so as always though, I always say sign your work, so I'm going to put my Artist Mate mum signature on the bottom, and I think I'm going to do, let's match her wings, so let's find A nice purple for the heart today. So, always sign your work, and I always put the date on so I can remember when I did it if I'm ever looking back. So it's July 21. But that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed watching. I will be doing one with sideboard next if this is actually filmed okay, in this kind of style, but there will be obviously other videos coming out. If you like the work, I haven't said this before, but it would be really nice if you would be willing to like and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Stay safe and well, guys. Thank you.